I'm gonna be starting out in Pleasant Valley. Pretty much everybody's out today, so I may be in here by myself. I think most of their farm work is done. From what I didn't really take too much of a look around, but there's nobody in there, so I'm kind of assuming that they might be waiting on some of their crop stuff. So that's fine, because I've got lots of tree stuff that I need to do, putting some trees down. We're just going to dive right in and start hammering on that, and then I'm going to be in Westbridge. I've got a lot of sorting out to do. Aiden's going to come by and help out, and he wants to get another Unimog for the Westbridge. So we're going to get that one all sorted out, because I'm going to get that Westbridge server back up and running again this week. So I'm going to jump back into the map here. I feel like I'm lost here. We're gonna steal this setup. I need a forky and I need a truck and a trailer, and so this just happens to work out quite swell because they're already ready to go. I haven't been in here in about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more myself, so it's been friggin' crazy. I think I'm only in one-wheel drive here. It seems to be making it up the trailer until we fell off. Yeah. Alright, see if I can remember here. Whoops. There we go. Let's see, a diff lock, all-wheel drive, and I don't remember what the third one does. I think it's front diff, rear diff, and all-wheel is part of that drive control mod. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? Maybe we should be well, we're gonna put it right over the axle here. Maybe I ought to be using a semi-trailer. Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna try the truck here, but I don't know. She's not looking too well. Oh god. Unhook and rehook, and then it'll stop it from slamming into the back. Oh great. A parking brake on. Drive control mod's a real pain in the butt. So many damn buttons you gotta fool around with. Alright. We're hooked up to the trailer. And not going in the direction I want to go. Apparently, it's so weird because this is a Bjarnholm. This part of the map is Bjarnholm, but yet they've changed things and deleted some roads. And even though it's Bjarnholm, it still messes with my head, and I still get lost. Yeah, it's not looking like this is going to be a winner. The Ford pulled it no problem. The old Chevy here is working a little bit too hard. And we're doing wheelies and whatnot. So, plan B. I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna need to commandeer a semi. I don't want to deal with those. Those things got problems. Husky goofed up, and they got no fuel trigger. I don't really want to use the semi right now. Burning out of fuel on them. You can't refill them, so you use them once and you throw them away. Until they, I don't know. He's got to get that fixed. I might go in there tonight and correct it. We got to get that updated. We're gonna head cross country here. We're gonna try our best. All we need to do is get this over to the store, which I could drive the thing almost as fast anyway. I thought the Chevy pulled like the Ford, but the old Chevy here, but it's definitely not. It's a lot slower. All I use it for is to do chicken feed, so. New Haven, how are you doing? Good to see you. Free King, thank you, Mr. Fred Bear, Mr. Flash Donald, Deer Hunter 1098 right before the stream there with the big follow. I could have, yeah. The other reason why I'm driving this like this too, because I'm gonna put the pallets of trees on this trailer, which obviously this truck won't have any difficulties with that. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and haul the forklift at the same time, but it's not working out too well. We'll just have to take our time, put our hazards on. And the store for the trees should be on the other side of what we're looking at here. I don't think they've moved it. I've never been in here to plant trees, so... Looks like everything is in place. That's good. I haven't bought any of these fields yet. These are the nice ones that we've started tearing up. And our Bjorn home setup. Well, they made 122 they call it, but 27, they made this a huge field. They basically combined 33, 32, like part of them. We're almost there. Yeah, this is a Pleasant Valley server here. This is our Pleasant Valley server. I haven't, just because I'm always on Bjornholm trying to crank away there on things, I don't really get a chance to get over and play on this one very often. This is our server though that we do open to public certain days and times. They got the time way frickin' jacked up on the server here. That's getting irritating. Every time I come in here the time is off, but we'll deal with it at this time. Alright. Trees should spawn in right about here in front of us. We're gonna buy a bunch. Let us do more space. Yep. Probably move my truck out a little bit over here. Or not. Boy, this thing has a hell of a time pulling this trailer, even with the, look at that. Doing a friggin' wheelie. I know the ramp is down, but still. Look at that, it popped a wheelie there. I've never really tried to use this truck for much other than, like I said, the chicken feed, but it does not like having a heavy load on it for sure. Of any sort. Look at that, put the ramp down and front end comes off the ground. Oh well, it's better than the vanilla lizard. Nope, we're just doing farm updates as the title says today. I'll be heading to Westbridge. I got a bunch of things to do on Westbridge today. I'm gonna get that all sorted out and get it ready because we've got the map update, which I'll be releasing to all of our subscribers on Twitch. Our Westbridge edit later on, sometime later on this week. I don't have an exact date. Somebody sent me a message wondering, you know, when I'll be sending it out and things like that, and I don't know the exact date, and whoever happens to be subscribed at that point will end up getting the email. It's a list that just goes out, so just a very small way giving back whatever I can to those that have helped supported the Twitch channel here, and we definitely appreciate that. Everybody else will get it in a few weeks. Oh man, a few weeks we'll have it on our TeamSpeak. Son of a biscuit. Oh! Holy crap. Why am I having such a hell of a time here? I've got video proof of how nice this goes. I've done it on, I did it in Chorlog 4. Frickin' pole right in the way. I'll tell you what, if I got into the editor here, there's a few things I would change. I believe that pole is in there as well, because I remember running into it in a Bjorn home. I would, in a parking lot like this, in the middle, I would delete that. I think, it seems to me like this is a road in the other Bjorn home. The regular. Anyway. Alright, let's try to, move those guys in a little bit. These pallets are pretty notorious for being a real pain in the butt. But with Forky here, they're not too bad. And I had quite a delightful time loading them in, like I said, I believe it was Chorlog 4. Need to get a truck that has a little bit better capability there. I'm gonna get a little bit more heavy-duty truck on the farm here, I think. I have to put that concrete weight from the Unimog. I'll have to put that in the back of the Chevy. I don't know if I'm gonna get all 5 of them on here with the way it's going. Usually I like to go a lot more towards the front. Oh, we're synchronizing some. Oh, Forky! Oh yeah, this is new Forky. What trailer is that? It's the Eager Beaver trailer. Is that Ford? Is that the? No, that's the Chevy C10. The old Chevy. This map is for our members of our community. And then we also have several other people that are allowed in. This map is not a public, but it's anybody that is in our TeamSpeak community that has come by and let us know that they're not they're one of the good guys. We've got some youngsters that play in here. You know, we welcome all ages into the Pleasant Valley, but what we want to know is that you're going to come in and you're not going to trash the server. And we've been running it like this now since the 1st of March. And we have not had one inkling of a problem. And that goes to say, when we've opened it to the public, we've had no problems either. It's been wonderful. We will be opening it up to the public again this week. We try to do it about every other week. And that way, you know, people that are new can come in, and as long as we see, you know, you're doing the right thing. And look, we did the public stuff last year with 13. We did the public on our when we were running 2 rivers from January through, you know, about 2 months through January and February, and that turned out to be quite a disaster. Our server was getting trolled every time we came in. Our equipment would be in the drink, so we had about no kidding, we had a dozen people adminning it, and it still wasn't enough, and that was the end of that. So we are just going to be running it like this for the time being, and I don't see it changing. So like I said, we try to have several open server days. I don't know what day this week that'll be, or days. It'll be days. It won't be just one day. I'll probably end up opening it up if I can do it. I'm probably going to open it up for subs and send out the Westbridge map like in the next day to 2 days, and we'll probably have an open server sometime around the end of the week for everybody else, or next weekend. I guess it'd be this weekend. I keep thinking it is the weekend right now, but it's actually Monday already. Try this. Try not to get caught on that one there, because it's just flipping these things. I don't know. Part of the problem is not necessarily the server. It's the not server at all. It's just a little bit of lag. And if you guys watched Chorlog 4, you saw me do this in the video with no... I don't think I had any problem. Maybe one did flip off. I don't remember, but... That's the difference between, you know, playing with zero lag and playing with a little bit of lag from the, you know, live streaming on a... and playing multiplayer. We're gonna try to put this one on the... I could throw this one in the bed of the truck. But I think I'm gonna put this one right here on the back. I'm not quite sure if I have a tractor available, and I'm not sure where the planter is. I'm thinking I have a good idea. I think it's should be right up to our left here. We're gonna leave Forky there. Oh, better shut him off. Got manual ignition in here, and let's put our trailer up here, and we're gonna head out. Oh crap! Oh god! Oh. I did not get that in time, and that trailer closed on that pallet, but it shot it forward. Okay. That was close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not pretty, but oh well. Boy, I'm gonna have to look at my map, because I have no clue. Hold on. Let me find out where my... Let me find out where my stuff is. It's been so many weeks since I've been in here. So we got all of our logging stuff sitting on over here, up on Green Farm. I believe Green Farm, straight in front of us there. That's should be where all of our planting stuff is. I'm not too sure if I have a I'm not too sure if I have a vehicle available in that shed or not to grab the. There's supposed to be, I think, a tractor up here, and it's just been so many weeks since I've been in here. Yeah, right here is where we've been keeping, and this forest here is what we're working on tearing out right now. I think it is the biggest forest on this map. That's a pretty big one down there too. So, all the animal stuff. Lots of stuff. We've got a truck up there. Okay, that's the stuff that's sitting out in the field. This is the barn right here, I believe, where all of our... Yep, there's a cedar. Okay, cool, we got a JCB, that'll work perfect. Okay. Whoops. And still got my truck running over there, but we're gonna get this in place. Now the only thing is we're missing weights. They're not firm believers in using weights. Hard to find weights around here. I find a lot of tractors on this farm that don't have weights on them. Which is, weights are pretty inexpensive, so... Well, what I like to do on the other servers is buy, you know, I like to buy at least a weight for every tractor, and I usually just go with the 1600, and then I'll buy a few extra just to kind of set them around. I think they're only maybe $5 of maintenance a day, so it's not too bad. I don't know where the weights are around here. Preferably... I have found that it seems to work a little bit better when you get this piece of equipment lowered. I have a weight on it, but we're gonna have to try to go without. Alright. Where we need to go is all the way straight north. Long drive. I don't remember what group that... This one has the vehicle group switcher. We're going to be implementing that on our other servers as well, especially Bjornholm. God, does it need it. Hopefully we don't lose our trees. Still got all 5 of them here. Take our time and we'll make it there eventually. Yep, nope, we're on Pleasant Valley. Yep, Pleasant Valley server. What's new in the 1.3 beta update? I honestly don't even know. Not sure. There's our transport trailer, which I was going to use, but I think we'll be fine with this. Made it this far here. Some of the other guys took a look at the beta update and they didn't seem to think it was something that we needed to put in. I'm not a big fan of doing beta update patches unless if something's broken, and I haven't had anything broken on Bjornholm or Westbridge, and so I'm not updating mine. When they come out with like the official, the official patch, then we'll definitely, of course, be updating. But yeah, it's a good question. Good question. I've been focused a lot more on getting some different mods converted over and getting them on our server and finishing up some of the edits and things like that. So I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention. That is a good question. I was thinking that they'd come out with the 1.3 official when the PS4 or Xbox versions came out. PlayStation, the console version. I thought that's when we may see 1.3 official, but I don't know. I've actually just paid no attention to it. Oh, you don't slide as much. We don't slide anymore now. Even the MAN truck, which was really notorious for sliding before, man, that thing was terrible. I mean, it is just fine now. It is. There is no problem. There is no problem. Uh-oh, I gotta catch a bridge over here. Huh. This was the ocean. You guys can see how big, we just got all of Bjornholm behind us. And just the, bottom corner, quarter of the map is Bjornholm. And up here, this road goes along the ocean. Funny that they left the lighthouse in. A lighthouse on the little lake. But, we haven't lost any pallets yet. This bridge gets you across, again, this would be leaving Bjornholm. I gotta stay in third person. I wanna make sure we don't lose the pallets. That new trailer that we got, that thing, boy, I love that you can lock things on it. I was not able to lock down, there's a farmer's market. I was not able to lock down the wool pallets, which is a little disappointing, but I think it's made for locking down the bales. I just checked my, yeah, we're almost halfway there now. The next Minecraft stream will probably won't be this week because I've got so much end of the month video stuff to work on. Hopefully next week, maybe. Kind of screwed me up because I was wanting to do something like a week ago, but I was locked out of my account from a hacker, so we got that all sorted out, and everything's looking nice now. But comes a boat. Remember seeing the boats going around on 2011, farming 2011. Good time, good time. Thank you so much for the follows, Matus, and we had Chad, Monsterless. Thank you so much for the follows. We're almost there now. Coming into green. Right up to our right, where we gotta go. Nice long trip. Louisville. No, Miss GunninGamerz won't be on today. Eager. Oh! Reading chat, hit a bump. We're so close now, it don't matter. Oh well, son of a bitch. Right up here is where we're planting. Certainly a lot better than driving the JCB across the map. Frickin' screw it. Might as well just park this off to the side here. Reading chat. This is a Eager Beaver trailer. Oh yeah, Plan Evil. I can't believe they all flew off like that. Holy Christ, we're getting a crew in now. Hey, how's it going there, Mr. Lee? Axel60? But yeah, there's a lot of progress. So these guys have been busting it hard on this map. They've got the gold. They got the gold stuff just chooching money now. No console, always PC. You guys gotta remember that mods, if you see mods on a farming, it's always gonna be PC. Always PC. I think that I guess rumor that they may bring some of the mods from the main farming website in a pack like they did before. I don't know. I honestly don't know a lot about console. Pay no attention to it, but that's a rumor that I heard from somebody, so... Oh, Forky. Oh, forgot my tractor run. Forgot my truck running, too. Alright. We'll pick up our friggin' pallets that are strewn all over the friggin' place. Right over here, so... Like I said, it would have been a lot worse if we would have had to drive all the way to the frickin' other side of the map for each pallet, so we made it close enough. We got a little bit of drive to do, not too bad. JCB goes 43 miles an hour. I think it's probably faster than the truck is with the trailer. I need to get a damn weight on this thing. Drives me nuts with tractors and no weights on them. Get all my diff locks and four-wheel drives and everything else. Put on there. Let me just see how... Today is Monday. Alright. Gonna be interesting. So I've got 100 trees I'm gonna put down over here, and we're definitely gonna need to use this guy. I don't think I'm gonna get any planted on the side there without the weight. I think we're gonna turn on the planter. 3. Kind of annoying, those deals that are down in the map. Those are they look like pits of some sort. I'm not sure, they're buried underneath the map. You'd never know they were there unless if you're using the dev tools and you can see them down there. For whatever reason, there's something that they had to have in the map, but they didn't have to be like actually on the map, probably for triggers or something. I'm not sure what, but they you know, stuffed them underneath the map there. In a 2011 map, there used to be stuff underneath the map too. I forget what now. 2015 in Bjarnholm, in the Giants editor, there's a moose. I don't know if you can see it with the dev tools though. There's a moose down there. Wow. Beastie Biscuit, you are a retard. That's the best you can do to troll, man. Holy Christ, grow up. What a dumbass. I love it when little kids come in here and try to troll and be funny, and they do such a poor job of it. They actually provide us more entertainment. Oh God. Oh, nice. So yeah, we're gonna definitely hammer these trees down right quick. Won't take us too long, and I might go and chip a few. Alrighty. Come on now, off the deal. Whoop, there we go. Server runs a lot nicer though than it used to. We moved it to from Dallas, Texas to Chicago, and I don't know. Chicago got new servers, so we moved it. That's so, you know, we decided to move it because our Bjarnholm was working so nice, and we're having a lot of lag issues on the other one. Maybe Dallas had some older equipment, I don't know. But, yeah. Oh, you got a bad load? No, I don't mind. I don't mind. You resynchronize. I don't mind a little bit of resynchronizing simulator. I understand completely. You'll get a bad load sometimes, and yeah, I haven't had it happen in a while, but it's not the map either. It's you know, happens to me on Bjarnholm. Happens on Westbridge. I can't remember it happening too much on Westbridge, but probably because I don't go in there very often. But we're gonna be getting that later on in the show. We're gonna be getting that off the ground as well. We try to climb this hill. Be nice to get a nice row of trees going down the side there, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. In case you were wondering why I use dev tools, not 100% necessary, but man, it just really helps you see the tree a lot better. I think I turned it off. Oh. Daisies. There we go. Could have farted a tree out. There it went. Oh, the old JCB is sticking right to the ground. No problem. We're only gonna put, you know, marginal amount of trees down in here because we want to be careful on this map because, you know, it's already pushing the limits, you know. Being that it's a huge map, it's a lot of vehicles, there's a lot of stuff going on. We want to, it works the crap out of the server as it is. We want to be careful and not put too many trees down. So I'm going to try to limit myself to about 200 trees. Probably do about 100 and probably do 100 on here. You know, I can't see the trees very nice, but you hit that and see them real easy. We're gonna head up with our second row here. Trees stand out like a sore thumb here when you have the dev tools going. It's a lot easier. We'll just drive right up on the ridge. Put one row right across the ridge here. And then in a few days, these will be all grown up. That's a really neat forest there that they put in. It goes all the way back. I ran through the thing the other day on foot, and I was like, holy Christ, it felt like I was in a different game. Really, it's gonna be kind of sad, actually, to cut it down, because the guys that made the map put so many, you know, they really did a good job putting all the different tree lengths in there. They got shorts, talls, mediums. And so it just seems like a regular forest. When we go ahead and tear it all down, I don't think we'll ever be able to replant it. That's kind of why I'm trying to get in here to get these trees put in, because I think these are going to be the trees that we're going to keep cutting down and keep replanting. If you go and tear that whole forest down, you'll never be able to replant that. Plantable trees count as a vehicle. If you go into your game XML file, you'll see the trees come up in the vehicles category. So, just like the bales and everything else. So, excuse me, when you're getting a lot of lag on your server, I have no idea how this is going to go off on the console. I don't know if they limit you to how many trees you can plant. I don't know how that's going to work. But I can promise you that planting on the PC side, we crashed our server when we got over 800. I think we're about 850 is what we saw in our file. And our server was completely hosed. It would crash after just a few minutes. So it's something to keep in mind. Oh, we got amazing weather. The server I rent, we're based in Texas, yeah. Yeah, my servers were in Texas. Oh, Texas map? Yeah, the servers were based in Texas, apologize. Not all of them. This server, the Pleasant Valley, used to be in Texas. But we've moved it to Chicago, from Dallas to Chicago. The company that I rent through, they had gotten new servers in Chicago, and our Bjorn home was working so nice that I said, hey, let's move it. And I'm getting a lot, my ping is half of what it used to be, but that's because I'm closer to Chicago than I am Dallas, so. But it seems like everyone else is getting the same performance. They're getting very smooth gameplay compared to what we used to get. We were having a lot of trouble with vehicles that were getting stuck with the speed and all kind of bad stuff. Alright. Getting there now. Lightning struck the power line, that's not good. So, could probably shut that truck off. Apparently the vehicles use fuel even when they're parked. Yes, that's realistic, but problem is when they use this, I don't know if they actually use the same amount of fuel when they're sitting still that they do when they're moving. I know that they've had problems with people leaving the vehicles on and they run out of fuel. Can't just go fill up at a fuel station here, you have to make the fuel, so it's a little bit more of a big deal if you're out of fuel. I cannot see where I was last time around here. We're gonna start here and hit. Must have been a couple hundred trees in here one time. Now we're getting it. Yeah, I can see that tree right over to our left here. Loop back around and get that baby up. We got 2 more pallets. Not gonna get us very far. We did 100 pallets and we basically went, or what is this about? We've done about half of them, about 50 trees. 50 trees just going around the outside ring. A little spiky laggy. I think we're clear. I'm gonna head down right on the bottom of the hill. Put our second row. What the hell? Plant. Planter is so goofy. I'd like to go into, wonder if they've probably somebody's edited a couple of these things already, but go into the file and change the speed, the heart, forget what it's called, it's in the file, but there's a speed that you change, which basically when the implement is working, it sets the tractor to a certain speed. And right now it's like a couple miles an hour. I would probably turn that up to about 10. At least 10 miles an hour that you can travel when you're putting trees down. A tornado mod. Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. Wouldn't be any good. Getting a lot of rain in Texas. Yeah. That happens. Stream delay? Yeah, we're actually taking part of the beta program, which is supposed to up the speed about 33%. Like I said, the trade-off is that some people may get more buffering with the have lesser than perfect you know, internet speeds. But yeah, there's not much we can do about that. Oops. Okay. We just want to plant. We don't want to plant 2 trees too close together here. Okay. This will be a little bit of a gap there. Probably start down at this end again. Got trees going all those directions, so we'll head down this way. See how hard it is to see those trees? And this is even easier to see them here than if you were to go and plant them over grass. They're almost impossible to see. I kind of wish they would have used the tree looking deals we had in the Farming 13 Forestry mod. Those things, when you put them down, they're a very short but very dark green looking tree, and they're very easy to spot. Like, we're not getting too many trees put down on the side of the hill. It's not perfectly level ground, it'll just bounce the trees up and all over. Look at that. What a bugger. It's funny because, turn off the freaking tree planter and it's still going. I'd say probably got this 3 left here. Got one more pallet of 20 trees. Yeah, if I went and got another 60 trees, I kind of guessed about 150. Get another 3 pallets, 20 a pallet. Could cover this area pretty okay anyway. We'll get the last pallet over here. We'll go play in the gold mine here shortly. Maybe there'll be some stuff to do. I don't know. 4D pretty much manhandles that thing pretty good. He keeps those machines churning. That's for sure. That's where they're getting a lot of the money from right now. They're up to 2.6, but they've got a loan of $6 million to pay back next week. So looks like they're gonna be in the hole a little bit for maybe a week or so. But was that the last one? Oh wait, yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, will this be going on YouTube? Yes, yes it will, and that's why we've got no music today. I know it's so weird without the music. Just so weird. Yeah, look at that big old, like, dirt mound there. It'll look nice with trees back on it again. A couple days they'll start to show. They'll be big enough, and then they'll grow. I think they'll. I can't remember. In here too, they've got the grow times different, which is kind of cool. Everything. A lot of things take longer, but I think you gotta give it about 7 to 10 days. Not mistaken. I need to do some planting on Bjornholm too. We have neglected the forestry so bad. Not on purpose, but let's just get busy. By the time we get in there, there's so much for the farm stuff to do. I'm gonna cut right down the middle there, and then we'll fill in the gap over there. So this will be 100 trees once we get finished. Probably put about 2 more down here. There, probably 1 more tree right in the middle here. Drop a tree, damn it. Okay, perfect. Those are nice and spaced apart there. Once that grows up, it'll look real good. And then we'll probably start here with our next row. Part a tree out right there. And I think once these trees get all grown up, then we're gonna come back. They're working on the other side of that big forest over there. I think we're gonna have them come back over here and work on cutting these trees. We'll just keep cutting and replanting these, you know, kind of rotating out because it doesn't make, once you start putting, like I said, you know, plantable trees in the ground, it does not make any sense to cut down the ones that were placed in there, you know, through the Giants editor, or, you know, if you're on like Bjornholm or Westbridge, it doesn't make sense to cut down the trees that were placed in there by the developers, because those trees don't count towards vehicles. They aren't hurting you. They're not a placeable object. They are, I guess they're a non. What the hell's the name? They're a map object basically. So it's not hurting your performance to have those trees, per se. But planted trees, yeah. And maybe that's something in patch 1.3 that they're gonna tweak or address or something. I don't know. There was 100 trees right there. 100 trees, and ish. another 60 in there maybe. Hard to say, it's hard to say. Got this whole side basically to do. We got one, no, we didn't even get a full row on that one side there. I'll probably end up getting, I don't know, I'll probably buy 5 more pallets if I'm gonna haul them, and then whatever's left over, what we'll do is just put it in a shed over there. That won't hurt anything. That way, if they cut a few trees, they could plant a few trees. Porky is off. We gotta get to our truck. Here it is. Alright, let's see if we can do a better job here. Look in the windows. Developer Tools is not a mod. It's in every game. Obviously PC. I don't know anything about the console. I doubt you can do anything like that. But yeah, in the PC version, everybody has it. You just have to go into your game files, find it in there in the Notepad, and open up with a Notepad, Notepad++, and enable it. You can Google the Farming Sim 15 developer tools, and you'll find posts about it. It's very simple to turn that on. Change the false, because it's turned off by default. You change the false to a true, and then it works. Oh man, I almost went off the bridge. This is Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. This is our Pleasant Valley server. We will be hosting this open server this week. I don't know the day yet, but I think if I can get things done right, the plan would be to get this open to our subscribers of the Twitch channel by tomorrow or Wednesday, and also going to release the Westbridge edit in the same email to all of our subscribers here on Twitch. So if you're interested in that, getting in a little bit early, getting the Westbridge map a little bit early, hit the old sub button there. Small way of giving back to those that, again, have helped support the channel. And everybody else will be able to get a hold of it in our TeamSpeak, the Westbridge in our TeamSpeak, sometime in a few weeks. We'll have it in there. I am going to have a video on YouTube about it, but I'm not going to I'm not going to give the link away on the YouTube for the map. You'll have to get into our TeamSpeak, and it'll probably end up being on our Steam community as well, so make sure you're joined onto the GunninGamerz Steam community. All the links for those things that I'm talking about are right down below the stream here. If you scroll down, you'll see buttons for all of it. So, boy, I did not realize how bad this truck is. Holy Christ! The only thing I pull around is a water trailer with it, but Jesus, it can't handle this. We should up the weight on it, and it will probably it probably weighs only about half the other trucks. It just gets owned by this trailer, though. Yeah, so since we're here, I'm gonna buy 5 pallets, and we'll that way we got enough. 200 trees, not a problem. No more space. Okay. There, we got it. Gotta stay away from the front. A little bit of a collision point. I don't know what it is about that trailer, but there's something at the front. You get a pallet. It does the same thing with the wool pallet too. Get her too close to the front and then it all farted up. Oh no! No! Oh. Friggin' a little bit of lag there. My current computer died, so I have to watch on mobile. Oh boy. That's no fun. That's no fun. Yo, Popcorn, what's happening? Good to see you, good to see you. Who's a big fan of, consoles. Oh, the old 1.3 was updated to 1.3 public beta 2 when consoles came. There are people planting over 1,600 trees now with the first beta. A lot of lag is gone now. Awesome. Thank you. Del Popcorn's big fan of Pleasant Valley. Good source of knowledge. Keeps up to date with all the stuff going on. I know, and he's been using the beta patch. So, well, that's awesome. I'm trying to think when we had the problem on our west bridge. Yeah, it was patch 1.2 because 1.2 came out in December, and we had the server crashy time in like February or March. It was in March. Yeah, that bummed us out. And you know, in hindsight, if I would have realized what the problem was, which we did realize it, and it wasn't too late. I still had to save game, but we'd already restarted the map, and you know, we kind of felt like having a fresh start was a good thing. But had I known it a little bit earlier, I would have just gotten a Scorpion King. Like if that happened to me today, I would have gotten a Scorpion King and a stump grinder and gotten 2 people in there and just started hammering on the trees and saving every few minutes, and tried to save our map. But one of the things I always recommend you do, and that's what we're gonna do here. I think I'm gonna put most of these pallets down. We're gonna really take it easy because you know, if you're gonna plant trees, just plant a few. You know, plant 200, no more than 200 at a time. See how your server runs, and then you can put some more down. It's always better to be safe than sorry. But I know that we had 600, no problem. And then one day I went in and I put down, we had a little over 600. And then one day, yeah, it was a little bit over 600 trees. And then my son Austin wanted to, you know, he wanted to play and whatnot. So we got in here one day and I put down 200 pallets. I put down 10 pallets of trees. So that put us 800 and something. And that's when we started having big server crashy time. It was bad. It was ugly. Ugly. We'll put one in the back of the truck. Hopefully we don't have trouble getting it out. We shouldn't. When I put them in the back of the Ford, when I put them in the back of the Ford, I was able to pull up and the trigger would grab a hold of them and pop them out. I'll have to come back for Forky here later. A cloudy day in here today. So cloudy. Well, at least if we lose them all, we'll only lose hopefully 4 on the trailer, and we'll still end up going there with 1. Yeah, use the source below, definitely below here, because that'll get you a little smoother show if you have to lower the quality a little bit. We're getting the pallet laggy. Get that on pretty much everything. Pallets look like they're flying out, but it's just normal. Gotta be really careful because, like I said, this truck is very front end light, and it wants to swerve like crazy. I got some poo. Somebody smeared poo on the window, it looks like. I'm gonna stick to the roads as much as I can here so that we don't end up having, you know, pallets flying all over. The old Chevy, though, is pretty nice. We had one on our farm like this, too. I can't remember the year. It wasn't a step side. It had a regular box on it. And I want to say it was a 66. But I don't... oh, look at the pallets. They've slid around. Look kind of cool, don't they? They're all packed in there nice and tight. I could go get another friggin' 10 of them on here. Oh boy, gotta be careful on the bridge. And we had an old Ford. I think the Ford, our Ford was a 62. And I remember that one was black, and it had a white top on it. And I remember that one got used a lot. And we would haul a lot of crap around, pull wagons and stuff, and always had crap in the back of it. And I keep saying it. God, one of these days I've got to remember, like, to get the picture of our farm. I've been meaning to show that in the live stream. But I always forget. Very little of it is left to this day. Most of it is now a runway. There's a runway, an airport runway that goes right through our cow yard. And only half the barn is still there. The other half was knocked down and a road put through, right where our silos were, and the bigger part of our barn that had the hay mow and all that stuff, that was a road, which the road has since been bulldozed out. They put a road in, I don't know, when I was like 10, and that road was there about 15 years or so, and then they tore up that road, and now the runway goes through. So, and all of our cornfields, you know, all of our fields around our farm are all factories now. So it's kind of funny. There's housing developments, factories, it's all kind of stuff. My dad's place is nearly in the middle of the damn town now. We used to be out in the country on a damn farm. Everything has grown up around it. We're gonna cut across the field again. Right here is where we hit the... I don't know what we hit. I guess we came up over and went airborne and swerved and everything dumped. Aiden doesn't play in this one. Just imagine the mess that he would make on here. Oh, I lost one. That's okay. The field is tainted. That's alright, we'll go back and pick it up. Oh, and there's another candidate. I'm gonna leave those on the trailer. Try to shut this. I'm gonna leave the ones on the trailer there until lastly, because we're probably gonna end up taking them over to the shed, and I don't know how I'm gonna get. I'm gonna probably have to drive Forky all the way over here now. How fun will that be? Thank you, or Burton. I'm not sure how you say that one. Thank you so much for the follow. And Party Boy HD Team Sup Soup, Team Yeti. Thank you so much for those follows. We love them all. We appreciate that very much. And let's see. Let's start here and complete our ring around the ring around the outside. That'll be a good thing. But yeah, Aiden will be here when we do Westbridge in about an hour. He'll be here in about an hour. He's gonna be on Westbridge with us. But yeah, Pleasant Valley, he doesn't come in this one. He doesn't know how to get the drive control working anyway. He's never used it. There's nothing for him to do here. You know, if he's tabbing around starting vehicles, he'd just make a huge mess for everybody, and it would be a very bad thing. We're very strict about people and their conduct on this server here. We kind of expect everybody, and anybody that brings their kids in here, same way. We expect them to be supervised, and I wouldn't be able to supervise him, so we just want to make sure that we have a nice, smooth, server, a smooth gaming experience for all those that are on here playing. This is as far as farming goes, this is about as in-depth and as serious as you can get on, there's a lot of stuff that you can screw up. This isn't as laid back as some of the other maps, but that's why, people like it. That's why we're running the server for it, because, it doesn't get any better than the Pleasant Valley when it comes to, the in-depth farming. Everything. Got to make your own fuel, seed, fertilizer, everything. You got to build your factories. You got to get, wood chips to make boards to build factories. You got to have gravel. You got to make cement. You got to everything has to be done. Everything has to be hauled. All the products. And we're, of course, playing on this server in hard mode. They have had the crops in normal. Eventually they'll be putting them to slow, but the reason that they've got them in normal is because the folks that the guys that made this map, they tweaked, I believe they tweaked, could be partially wrong, but I know that some of the crops take a lot longer than 2 days, and our guys kind of felt like if we went slow, we're going to be waiting like 7 or 10 days or something for crops, which in the future, when we have all 100 and something fields, that's the way we're going to want to play it. That'll be awesome, to plant your crops and come back days and days later and they're ready to go. That sounds like a really good time to me. I kind of wish regular farming was that way. So yeah, props to the makers for getting that put in here. But early on, there'd have been nothing to do for so many days on end. So we're still running this one on normal, but you might as well consider it slow or super slow, because the times are already offset. And they have withering off. There's not a reason. We always are waiting on our crops. In fact, withering may be on now. I don't know. There was it's still off, but that'll be turned back on. Nobody's crops, I don't think, have gotten close to withering. We're having a little bit of a problem early on because we didn't have very many people whitelisted. There was a time that there wasn't that many people coming into play. Now there seems to be a good helping of people. Part of the problem was we didn't have very much equipment, and so back at the beginning of May, after we had the server going for about 2 months, I decided to spice it up a little bit, and I told them, let's take out a loan, $5 million, we'll buy some equipment, we'll get JCBs, we'll spice up the farm and make it a little more interesting, but that loan's got to be paid back in 30 days with $1 million in interest, so $6 million by the first week of June. And otherwise the interest is going to accumulate at a very high rate thereafter. Because we do not want to cheat money in, but it was really hard to keep this entertaining for a large group of people when we were tooling around with some small tractors and like one planter sharing between all the farms, and we didn't have any way to transport. We didn't have semi. It was It just wasn't a lot. There was no forestry equipment. It was a little bit boring, but they still did it for 2 months. Well, now we've put the loan in and we've added all the money, the 5 million, which isn't that much. It really takes about 15 to 20 million to get your farm all pimped out. But it was enough to give a boost. So it's coming along nice. Hey, what's up, Case? At your parents' house, helping them out. Always good to stop in and see the olds. Uh-oh. Got a big gap there. Thank you so much to Stoner, also for the big follow. Should we raise that up there? We put it right in there. A little bit of a gap, but that's okay. I think we could do it with the 160, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going here. Oh, there's a tree right there. Kind of a weird gap down here. Head down here and kind of space these out the best so we can. It might take all 200. I think I'm just gonna probably put all 200. It'll be easy to remember that there's 200 trees exactly in this area. We'll just have to see how our server, you know, performs and. A little bit stuck. This is pallet number 2. Yeah. I'd say 2 more pallets, but we might as well put them all 3 down, so. I'll try to get this one out of the back of the truck first. Won't be able to get that out with the forklift. Yep, got a pretty nice trigger on it. Grab a hold of them trees. Evil isn't on yet. He's usually busy during the day. He's got a lot of projects he's been working on around his place. He's got a crap freaking ton of grass to cut. He's got like a 4-acre yard. I got a 2-acre and a 42-inch cut. Takes me a bunch of time, but he's got like 4 or 5 acres of grass he has to cut, and he's got a 48-inch mower. And he's in South Carolina, and they get a lot of rain, and he'll frickin' cut, and by the time he's done cutting by the time he gets done cutting the whole thing after several days, he turns around and starts back where he started 3-4 days ago and cuts some more. So it's almost a weekly job. Just cutting grass. He's probably out on the lawnmower right now. Unless if it's raining, then he's not, but. What happened on here while you're gone? We're just fixing up the trees here. We're finally getting some trees put in. On the Pleasant Valley. I got a little bit close here, a little bit close to the other row. Try to just filling in the gaps, It's gonna look real nice when this gets all grown up, though. Look like a forest again. Today is Memorial Day, but it'd be more fitting if it was Arbor Day because we're planting so many trees. Do I have any cool trailers? I mean, there's a lot of trailers in here. We'll try to take a look at some of their equipment, and maybe we'll scroll through. I don't really want to fart up their operations here. Like I said, we've got a whole slew of different things going on. A bunch of people have got their own little farms here. There's, we all kind of work together in a co-op kind of a thing to get the job done. Got 2 more trees on this pallet. Oh, 1 more pallet, and I'd say that is really gonna look good when it gets done. It'll be 200 or wait. Yeah, we got 2 here. Okay, yeah. This is the same amount of trees I've put down on Bjarnholm too. I'll probably go around the outsides and put some more down, and we'll fill in a few gaps here and there. Oh my god. Seriously, it put a tree down right there. I hate this frickin' thing. And I have it raised up off the ground. Drop the tree right next to the other one. You gotta be careful on that. It'll be okay, but a little bit close. A little bit close. Yeah, you just can't see them damn trees. Oh, man, such a bugger. You get used to it after a while, though. You drive around like this, and it's it doesn't really bother me. It didn't really bother me at first either, but it was kind of weird. This will give them a really nice amount of trees to cut. No idea how many trees were here in the first place, but there was a decent amount of them here. Here, we got one put down there. Got a little gap. Even hard to see the trees here sometimes. I'm gonna go right along the bottom and all around the outside edge again. Lots of trees. I might go where they're cutting and throw the rest of these down, which is just up around the corner. I honestly think we got this one pretty darn good. Get her up. How do I get that view in FS15? You gotta go into your developer tools and turn on, I'm sorry, you've gotta go into your game files and enable the developer tools. It's listed as false, and you have to change the false to a true. Best thing I can recommend you doing, it's very simple, just go to Google and type in developer tools Farming Sim 15, or how to turn on developer tools. You'll get stuff popping up within a second that will very easily, quickly and easily instruct you on how to do it. Did I get the pallet of the off the road? Yeah. Yep. Pretty freaking sure I did. Now you got me wondering. Yeah, I did drive over here. I did. Let's just double check, just to be sure. I don't remember where I lost it. It was right. Yeah, it was right up here. We came back and we picked that up. So good to go. Good to go. Yeah, one more stinking pallet. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? Could go up around the corner and throw it down, but in fact, you know what? We'll do that. It's like we got that pretty good. That's 180 trees. I know they were talking about starting at that far end. I wouldn't have done that. They were talking about starting at that far end and then pushing all the way that way. Personally, I would have started at this end and then replanted it with some of these big trees, because like I said, what we're hearing now is people have put in 1,600 trees with no problem. I just know from my experience, 800, that was no good. Yeah, I still, you know, there's only one way to find out. You know, like, always like that saying from Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. Trust but verify. Very important. And, yeah. I'd wanna check that out myself before I go hammering down that many trees. We'll just put a row of nice trees all along here and get these other ones to grow up over the next few days, and then they'll be able to... Oh, we gotta be careful. There must be a road there, or they just went down there cutting, like... Guess I'll go right down one side and up the other. There's a lot of little trees in here, and see, that's the other thing, is once you get planted trees to grow, they're all the tall ones, and they all give you a lot of wood chips, so it's kind of, in my opinion, they're better to deal with than anything else. You will get, there's 3 tree lengths, there's 21, 27, and 41 meter. You will get some 41 meter, they're the real tall guys in here. And you see all the little 21 meter. Come on. Kinda had a feeling that was gonna happen. We'll throw a row of trees along here, and that'll be good. That'll be 200 trees we've put down, and looks like they're up there cutting too. Busted a lot of trees out. There's probably a few thousand trees in here. Good chunk, I'd say. Those are manure silos under the ground? Gotcha. Yeah, manure, that's what I said. They look like a little silo, a little manure thingy. Cool. Well, that's explained what you're seeing under the ground there, the little manure silos. What's up, Kenworth? How you doing? Good to see ya. Sweet. Sweetness. I don't know where the little silos went now. Guess we're not seeing them. I figured it was something that they had to place underground there, something they needed for a trigger, but they didn't need it to actually be on the map, so... Pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. Well, that was 200. 10 pallets. I think, right? I think I got the last... Yeah, I took the last one off the trailer. Put away our toys. All our toys. How buggy is the farming stuff still? I remember when the game started Forestry, I quite it. Well, it did, but yeah, it has gotten a lot better, and apparently 1.3 is going to be better. Can't see any of the trees here we put down, but man, they are going to be looking nice when they get growing. That'll be where we'll want to go ahead and start cutting. Go ahead and park our stuff over here on Green Farm. Green Farm has become our forestry area. Apparently the vanilla chipper is not getting any love. Works out pretty good though. Alright. Okay, go get Forky. Did my duty of getting some trees down. I almost tempted to haul a couple more pallets of trees. If I was to come in here and edit anything on the map, I would probably take the trigger for the trees where you purchase them, because you know everybody's gonna do things different, but we've chosen this area to be our forestry. And I'd probably do like I did on Westbridge, where I put the trigger to buy trees somewhere over here. Hell, you could move the whole store over here. If you wanted to, you could put the store right here or something. But anyway, made that kind of nice. But it is fun transporting trees, don't get me wrong. Fun transporting anything. I'm a big fan of not like making things too convenient, because then you start killing the fun on the map. You gotta have where you gotta drive things, and on a nice big map like this, pretty sweet being able to... Heck, you could put the store with the stuff right there in that open area. You could put, for trees, but, we've just chosen that to be, again, our area. Whoa, leg spike. Wow. Kinda messed me up a little bit there. Ray's Clown in the house. How's it going? Looks like I got home from work just in time. Yepers. Thank you all for joining in. Wait, the 1.3 patch is going to be out soon. What? That's... maybe I'm wrong. Right? But out... Dale Popcorn was talking about it. Somebody's asking what we're playing on. I'm gonna have to start putting PC at the beginning of the title, but anytime you guys see mods in farming, it's PC. We're on PC. Yep. Everything I play on my channel, I don't play any consoles, so if you ever, you know, come by the channel, always PC. Yep, I got poo all over my windshield. God, that trailer just owns this thing so bad. I'd like to haul a couple more pallets of trees over there, but, you know, I'm just sitting there thinking about it. Maybe that won't be the right thing to do. I don't really want somebody to start planting them all goofy and whatnot. Not that somebody would do that. Like I said, we've got a good group on the server here, but we are going to open our server up to the public, and I just I don't want somebody to like, hey, look, pallets, and go put them down in the middle of a field or something. And we'll probably we'll let 200 go down. We want to make sure that our server, everything is smooth, and I don't expect any problems at all on only 200 trees. That's nothing, you know. And then we'll probably replant where they cut on the one part. He says. And then we'll probably put down another, you know, 200 trees or something there, and let that grow up all nice. And tree forestry stuff was something we could never do on Two Rivers because, again, it was open to the public, and God, if you start cutting them down wrong, you get little limbs everywhere. It really makes a mess. Wow. Again. Oh, nice. Jack's Pizza time. I got a little bit tired of the Jack's here lately. Not that I don't love them. My favorite frozen pizza. Hell, you can make a Jack's Pizza better than you can the damn pizza from the chain places. You get the natural rising ones. Oh my goodness. I love Jack's Pizza so much. When we were in Tennessee, they used to not sell them there. They do now. They didn't have the natural rising, but we used to come up here with a big cooler and buy like 20 pizzas, and we'd take them in a cooler back to Tennessee. Not just up. We didn't just come up here for Jack's Pizza, but we used to fill a cooler full of cheese curds and Jack's Pizzas. I love them. My wife won't eat the pizza. She says it ruins her figures. So, oops, forgot to put the thing down. But I'm a big fan of them. And, heck yeah. I've been doing the tombstones a little bit. They're not a better pizza. They just taste different. I just need a little bit of a change. But we still do the Jack's Pizza. In fact, I sound pretty good right now. I might just go hit one up on Jack's Pizza. Is the game worth it? Absolutely. I've seen I don't know why I shut my truck off. It's just habit. I've seen a lot of people on live streams with the console stuff going on, asking, "Is this game worth it?" You know, let me just tell you real quick. I don't want to interrupt my video too much here. I have got on Farming 11, and I played it so much at one point. I was getting picked on by some of my Battlefield. I used to play it around a lot of FPS people, and I didn't want it to show I was playing farming because it'd give me hell. I've got 327 hours on Farming 11, and that was just the first little bit that I played it. And I told Steam not to keep track of that. I probably got 1,000 hours on Farming 2011. I know I do, because you know, that was like the first month. I'm not even 2 months. Maybe I was frickin' losing it. 2013, I got 660 hours, and again, the first year that was out, I didn't play it that much. That was mostly just last year. I was still doing a lot of the FPS. I started the YouTube channel, and last year, 2014, is when I was playing it a lot, when I started live streaming. With 2015, I'm already sitting at 500 hours, and I haven't even scratched the surface of the game yet. We're just now getting our map that we started back in December that's been running 24/7 on a server. We're just now getting that map where it's starting to make money. Those of you that have been watching our chore logs on YouTube and I gotta go to first person. Those of you that have been watching the chore logs on the YouTube and watching, come on baby, watching us live stream since the game came out. Our server's been going since December. We've been playing since October 30th on that map when the game came out. And we're just now getting to where we're making money. So, to answer your question, abso-frickin-lutely for $29.99. At least that's what it is on PC. I don't know about the console thing. Sony and Microsoft like to get you for their little cut. But, I think it's $50 on the console. $30. You can get that kind of hours out of the game. And you even get floating signs and whatnot. Levitating signs. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. I mean, it's one of those games you should not even think about, is it worth it? Yes, just buy it. If you're even remotely interested in it, you're gonna get your 30 hours. I always have that figure in my head. I want $1 per hour of enjoyment out of a game. If I buy a game for $50, I better get 50 hours of fun. Not 50 hours of pulling my hair out, but 50 hours of fun. And if I beat the game and I'm done with it, I will say the game was worth the money. I got, you know, $1 an hour out of it. Well, this game here, you know, when you get done after putting the amount of hours in, a lot of people I know do, you know, you're looking at a few cents an hour. Ridiculous. I see people that say on like forums and stuff, oh, farming just gets so boring, and well, that's because you gotta get into mods. The game is only gonna give you, it gives you some fun, but the modding community is second to none. You know, other games have good modding communities like Minecraft, but you know, the mods cost money and sometimes, and you know, all these other things. Sometimes they're free, you know. That's a pretty good modding community. Farming, the mods are free. They're out there. There's good, legit websites to get the mods from that you won't get tons of viruses and all kinds of, you know, crap. Just get it. Get the mods in there, and then get online. Multiplayer is also where the game shines. If you get online with a bunch of friends, like we're doing these servers that run 24/7, so the farm is going whether we're here or not. Animals are eating, animals are producing, crops are growing, crops are withering. Sign is levitating. This truck cannot handle this load. I don't know where this sign is going. Oh my god. This old Chevy can't do Forky. Oh, every little bump, it's just up in the air and doing a wheelie. Oh, great, the load shifted. Wow. Man, is this truck just... This is not made for this. We gotta get a heavier duty truck on here. There's a lot of mods out now. We're gonna have to find something. Actually tow. Come on now. Okay. Now that we got that sorted out. We're like right there. I mean, we got like 150 feet to go. Yeah, we are jumping into Westbridge very shortly, like in the next 20 minutes or so. Absolutely fruitly. I've got it all ready to go. We're jumping in there. The Westbridge has been down for about a month to 6 weeks somewhere. I don't know. I took it down a while ago. I just wasn't liking the flow, the way things were going in there. I was trying to get everybody's focus off of the other maps and get them on Pleasant Valley. we've got Pleasant Valley rocking now. We've got a good crew in here. Everybody's having a lot of fun with it. And now I'm ready to jump back to Westbridge. I want to do some streaming in there, so Westbridge, we may not be doing a lot more update videos out of it. I don't know, because I'm probably gonna just be streaming from there on a regular basis. Not that we're tired of Bjornholm, but it's a good little change. And excuse me, Westbridge has really awesome setup for when you get a bunch of people on there, you know, doing synchronized farming. So they got their wool pallet. A lot of people lay the wool pallet out like this. If I was to do one out in like an open area, I'd do it the same way. But I've not seen this one work. But how it does work, look at the trigger here. Wool pallets are gonna shoot right down here. I think they fill up on this here, and then they should start filling all these slots. They'll start sliding forward. I like that, but I've always liked the setup that we've had in our maps, where we'll put it inside of a shed. I don't know how many slots we got. 4 deep, 4x4. So they're about the same. You know, it won't be 5. I think it's 5 deep. That's 5 deep. They're getting, you know, less pallets on here. I like to having a setup in the shed so that when you do push them, if they end up sliding off, instead of like pushing the whole frickin' works, you know, around, bumping all your pallets and screwing them up, you will push them up against a wall where you can lift them up and throw them on a trailer. It's a minor thing, but the wool pallet spawner was kind of intended to be set out like this, not just put in like a straight line. But I like having it in a shed. You know, got your wool out here. It's gonna rain or something, you know, keep it dry. This is a rack to throw it on here. So you got a little bit of a rack. It's actually a big rack. We love big racks. Put them on a rack. You can hold all kind of wool pallet. We usually stack ours and the other servers right on a trailer. I figured if you're gonna lift it once, it doesn't make a lot of sense to lift it twice. You know, throwing it on. Come back in about 20 minutes. Okay, not quite ready yet. Right, bud? Yep. But I always figure if you're lifting it once, you might as well, you know, drop it on a trailer and be done with it, instead of lifting it onto a rack and then having to lift it back off onto a trailer. So there are some mods out there that have automatic loading. We don't have anything like that on here yet, I believe. Don't know if we're going to. I wouldn't be a fan of it. I did like it in 13, but the pallets have been improved with the physics now. We've got awesome mod like the Forky here, which makes lifting pallets so much fun. I would not be a big fan of having an automatic loading semi-trailer like we had in 13. Probably be doing it like this for a while. I did shut the off over there. Go see what's happening over in the gravel pit. Over in 4D territory. Ooh. See if there's some gold. Oh, no gold in there. You might have just come in and emptied the gold out. I think it's the gravel one here that really gets the job done. Really gets the job done here, as far as they're finding a lot more gold in the gravel than they are the sand one. I'm cutting out in and out sometimes. Apologize. Nothing on that one. They might have just emptied it out. Not even sure it's all in here, right? There was a couple people that were coming and going. Okay, we got 40. Other one. Price 40's not over here manning his his gravel pit. Thing is, fuck. Weird. Look at that. I wonder why that's like that. I ran into that trigger and I couldn't. Wonder why the collision points are like that. Huh. I don't know. That doesn't seem like that should be there. Thing's a beast. See if we can go find something to scoop for a few minutes. Yeah, we'll be going to Westbridge here shortly, and Aiden looked like he was already ready to go, so probably fire up his, I'll leave that off for a second. We'll get him fired up and get him online. He'll be here joining us, so we're gonna sort out our Westbridge. Get that all ready to go and get that server back up and rocking and rolling. We may end up turning Withering off on that map also, because I don't know if we're gonna have a regular bunch of people coming in and out. I know I won't be, and I kind of want there to be some crops there that are not withered when we come in, and it'll probably be, you know, like once a week we'll visit that server or something like that. So I'm still trying to. Jesus, it's a freaking yeah, the thing is hit. It's like pushing the ass in. Why do they got that on there like that? Seems to me that somebody. I wonder if that's like extra weight or something. Like, why they didn't shrink that down? Look at that. It's gonna hit that rock and it's gonna fart the ass end around. Yup. Hell, if I didn't have that enabled, you guys would think I was driving drunk. Watch this. Just like... Oh my god. So, some of these mods, I'll tell you. That's what we've had a lot, you know, too, and you know... When you do get mods, a lot of times you do gotta go in and fix things. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know, if you're real picky, then you better get used to fixing stuff. But that makes sense, because I was wondering why the other day I kept getting my ass pushed around so much. Kind of weird. Yay! Gravel. 38,000 liters. I don't know. What's a good starting crop? Canola's pretty nice. You don't have any mess to clean up. It's a good cash crop. Barley and wheat are going to give you straw that you're going to need for your livestock. But if you don't have any livestock and you don't have anything to pick up, canola's probably the best. It's a good cash crop, and it's simple. It's very simple. Whoop. I don't even know how much those things hold. I can't remember. Maybe it's unlimited. But yeah, canola would probably be for a starting crop the one I'd go with. Once you get your farm really up and going, then you probably won't plant any canola. Like, we'll stop planting it because we don't need the cash from it. We need the straw for our cows, and you'll be planting all wheat and barley. Corn is, you know, going to take a lot more equipment, but you'll be also planting a lot of corn because you'll need that for your silage. But yeah, starting crop, just put a ton of canola. It's also nice too. Another thing about the canola, but you don't have anything to clean up. You don't have to worry about feeling guilty that there's straw, and I mean, you don't have to clean up the straw left behind by wheat and barley. But if you're like me, I'll feel guilty like I'm wasting money because there's money on the ground and I'm not picking it up and selling it or doing something. But the thing that's also nice about canola is the yields are a lot less. for it. So when you are starting out with the little tiny equipment, the little tiny trailers, and you got just a little itsy bitsy stuff, you're not dealing with as much product, which makes less hauling. The little combine, it makes it fill up a lot, not as quick. So canola, my opinion, I think anybody would agree, is probably the one that you want to plant the hell out of, a bunch of it, and then wait for your sales. And once you have a sale, sell it, sell it, sell it. I don't know what I just messed up on here. Turn on type description. What is that? There's some gravel. There's a truck around here too. There's a truck. I'll put one more buckety in. Probably quicker. I'll take this right up and just dump it. Look at that freaking collision point hitting on the back there. I just don't know why they did that. Canola expensive? Not to put in. The seeds are all the same price. Again, I don't know how much I can emphasize it, but if you guys are seeing mods, it's a pretty dead sign. It's PC. PC. Always PC we do here. Yeah, if you see in mods on the farming, it's not council. Look at that. It's a freaking. Look at that! Oh God! What am I? Is it something I'm doing wrong? I mean, this doesn't seem like that should be that way. I don't even know what the type description thing I'm gonna end up having to reset this thing. I don't know if we're gonna get it back out of there. I mean, I'm just trying to drive the vehicle, through here like any other thing, and I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Why the collision is like that? I have to take that in the Giants editor and just whatever the hell that is, just delete it or shrink it. You don't have to have the collision points out like that. It's like a damn airplane here going through. 40's gonna get angry if I mess up his gravel pit. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I'm so confused. Look at the ass end is bumping on the side there and I can't turn out of it. There's salt over here. Let's scoop some salt. Oh, I forgot. We're flying an airplane. My wings got caught. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, did they do that on purpose? Was that done on purpose? So they... I don't get it. Did I... What? Huh? The hell do I have in there? Did I got sand in there? What is stuck in my bucket? Oh my God. It don't look good. It looks like sand. Did I hit the sand pile? Hope so. That was weird. Okay. We'll just play with the sand here. Haul some sand, some gravel. Yeah, this is Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. Absolutely. Eat. And yes, I am using a steering wheel. If you guys are playing this game too and haven't tried the steering wheel option, oh my goodness. It literally becomes an entirely new game. Of course, I've played them all on steering wheel. I think I did 2011 for like a week or two, and then I was like, oh, I gotta do a steering wheel. It annoyed me, and you guys use a steering wheel in this game, and I've heard it from many other people too. It really becomes an entirely new game. It becomes a lot more realistic too, because you're actually able to drive without, like, you know, hitting the A and the D key and having your deal fart all the way to the left or right, like, uncontrollably. I don't like that. I like to be able to gradually turn. It looks a lot better too when you're using a steering wheel. When I see other people play and, you know, and their vehicles like, it's like, holy Christ. It looks like somebody's driving totally trashed. You know, use a steering wheel, it's a lot more smooth. Looks more natural. We'll get this one more sand in here. How much is a wheel? Well, there's lots of wheels on the market. The wheel that I like best is the G27, and if you find them on sale, they'll be as low as 200 US. You know, when they're not so much on sale, they're 250 regular price. I got mine. I think it was 220, kind of on sale, $220 US. That's a good wheel to get for that works well for this game. It works awesome for all the other games. It works good for farming, a little bit more racy type, but it works good for the other games. You know, so it's a good all-purpose wheel. But you could go with a cheaper wheel for like $100 only. You could get you know, probably something like Thrustmaster or something somebody else makes, and good. Hey! Oh, somebody driving? I have some junkie. Like he's hammering on the fields over here. I was gonna haul some sand. I don't know if they got a semi over there. I kinda don't want to drive the semis. There's no way to fill them up when you run them out of fuel. Got a little broken. I don't know what color belongs over in the gravel pit. This one's out here working. Oh, here. Oh, I remember to shut off the big deal. I always like to do a little pass through. We're gonna jump out Pleasant Valley. Alright, we're good. Remember. I'm gonna get on over to Westbridge. We've got all kind of fun going on over there. I'll give the game a quick save. Our servers are set up to save every 30 minutes anyway.